Has college turned into a scam, or is it simply just a horrible ROI? Folks, if you don't know what I'm talking about, when I was growing up as a Gen Xer, college was the answer to a better life. However, what we're looking at today is college that's gone up 4, 6, 8, 10x, and the return seems to be collapsing. And on top of that, we've seen reports here in the last 24 hours that the U.S. economy is short 400,000 skilled manufacturing workers. To top that off, we have the Ford CEO saying he can't find 5,000 mechanics with a starting salary of $120,000. At the end of the day, government has got involved with college, i.e. college loans, and I think that's distorted the market. So is college a scam or just a horrible ROI? Anna, both of you and I are college educated. Both you and I sent our kids to college. But
yes,
what do we think's going on? Do we think it's a horrible ROI for most, or just now a big old scam?
You know, I think there's a little bit of all of the above. You know, it's many things can be true at once.
True.
But
Yes,
you know,
yes.
the picture is this. You know, I did send my oldest son to college, and he graduated. Hallelujah. Got his finance degree, and thankfully he was one of those that came out and found a great job right away. But you know, the sad reality is job unemployment for those recent grads is higher than it has been in history. I think it's like close to 12% unemployment for college grads right now. And the job losses this year, over 1 million job losses that we touched on in the first video today, 25% of those
Yes.
are college educated. And that's the highest in any time in history.
Agreed.
And so
I saw that. Yeah.
it shows you that just having a degree isn't enough to secure your future and know that you'll be okay. And so I think you have to be very, very selective today to realize that the jobs of the past are not necessarily the jobs of the future, to your point on mechanics and blue collar work. And so I think it's no longer a foregone conclusion that you just say college is a path that everybody needs. And if you take it, it's going to be worth the investment. For many, it's not, especially if you have degrees in things that are not really needed and not looked at as you're highly employed today. I'm going to pick on a few that seem like duh, but just with the shift in geopolitical world and the shift of ideologies between administrations, you know, you have things like liberal arts and gender studies and, you know, basic sociology and those kinds of things that you can have a degree, but you're not going to find a job, you know, unless you have a world that's really pushing those things. And when there's a reversal, you got to say, is this still needed? So, you know, that's one thing. But then we talk about AI. It's what's in the news all the time. And the question is AI able to replace the job that you have with the degree that you have that you thought was going to keep you secure? And what's a little bit ironic is a lot of people coming out with tech degrees are actually, you know, they're computer science and they're losing jobs quickly because they're replaced with AI that can do do programming for companies. And so you've got data analysts that used to come out and make a bunch of money for analyzing data. Now AI can do it, you know, in seconds. And so you have to really look carefully at what is it that can actually make me money. And there's a concept, Michael, that I've talked to my kids about, and it's a Japanese concept called ikigai. And ikigai is about finding a career that leads to happiness, right? Because I think we can't just look at data and objective data. We have to look at people and what makes you you and what do you like to do and what can you be happy doing. So let's just pretend for a second that the only jobs ever in existence today were HVAC, electric, mechanical, or AI. And let's say you have a bleeding heart and you want to do, you know, you want to do veterinary medicine. You want to, you want to be a doctor. You want to be a missionary. You want to work with, philanthropic things, but your only choices are computers or labor. Like, you're going to have a lot of really unhappy people. And so what Ikigai says, and this is what I've talked to my kids about, and I think is a good thing for us to think through all of these realities. College is expensive. It's a scam in 2 years of your college, Michael, is basic education, the basics that you're paying them 40 grand a year to relearn basics you've learned for 13 years before.
Junior college right here. Junior college.
Exactly. I went to junior college too first, but it's like, you're spending a lot of times $40,000 a year to learn better English and math when you should have mastered those things in 13 years of education. But all that aside, Ikigai says, what are you good at, or what can you become good at? What does the world need? What will they pay you to give them? And what brings you joy, right? And you have to find those things. The world is shifting. The world is shifting what they're willing to pay for. And so you could love something and go get a degree that makes you good at it. But if the world doesn't need it anymore and they're not willing to pay you for it, you're going to be unhappy and poor, right? And the ROI on that degree is not going to be good. But if you can find a degree that allows you to serve what the world needs, pay you well to do it, you're somewhat passionate about it, and then you can go to school to get the skills to learn it, then you can have a very successful, happy career. But you've really got to get real with the world is changing. What does the world need, and what will they pay you to do? And so to your first point about, can't get enough people to put together cars and engineers and mechanics, HVAC, plumbing, electrical in our world, like there are not enough young people replacing the old people.
But for every 10 plumber electricians that are exiting the trades, only 2 are coming in.
Can you imagine that? I mean, look at that shortage of supply for something that will always be in high demand. Like if you want to become a millionaire in the next few years with a job that'll pay you a lot, consider the trades for sure, probably more than a lot of white collar jobs. And I had this conversation with one of my sons who, he's a junior in high school, and he does not want to do labor. I mean, it's hard work. Who wants to be in a hot attic and scoop up poop from sewer backups? Like not me and not my son. But I'm like, you know what? You could own a HVAC, mechanical, electrical, plumbing service without being the one that does it. So if you can think about like, how can I be an entrepreneur and monetize and own businesses that the world needs? You can do it. You can do well without having to be hands-on. So we're still talking through those things, but I think it's really important to understand college isn't a foregone conclusion, and you can get into the trades with a lot less money to acquire those skills in a trade school. And you can probably make a lot more money than you can in a lot of these, white collar degrees that you now pay for. And you can go online. There are colleges, there are companies now that don't care so much where you went to school. Sure, if you're going to be a broker on Wall Street, or you're going to be an attorney, or you're going to be a doctor, it may matter where you went to school. You're going to have more connections and climb the ladder more quickly. But for most jobs, they don't even know necessarily that you went the online route. And so you can get a cheaper education, potentially going through online classes, doing them at your own pace as well, and save some money there. So I think college is still worth it, unless you are going to be happy in a blue collar job. But you've got to pick your school, pick the investment you're willing to make. And for goodness sake, if possible, do it without debt. Don't go to some expensive school and build up debt that's going to handcuff you for years just to be able to make a decent living without school loans that are going to handcuff you.
Well, I'll go one step further. So I don't think college is a scam. Let's just get that out of the way. But I do think it's a horrible ROI for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's important, because I think there's a couple of things. First off, let's talk about your example. Not only are you potentially leaving school after 4 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, but you also had 4 years of opportunity cost.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
If you got into the trades at 18, at 22, you're probably running a team. If you come out at 22 with a graduate degree, you're entry level, right? So you're already behind the curve 4 years on the timeline. Second, and I mean this with everything, I think the fact that the government got involved in student loans is the reason that college is so expensive. It is the reason. Yeah, it's so obvious. Exactly, right? Yeah. They got involved. And then you step back and you look at the fact that student loans can't be discharged in bankruptcies, I think is a complete misstep. Right? We're asking 18-year-olds to sign up for hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And let's be clear, many of them don't even graduate. So congratulations, there's 150 grand you signed for at 18. You didn't get the degree. Now you're working as a Starbucks barista.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, you owe us a bunch of money. And oh, by the way, you can't discharge it in bankruptcy for making a bad choice.
Right.
I mean, there's so many things wrong with this picture that
Absolutely.
college today for most people, ex Wall Street, ex banks, or ex lawyers, doctors. Everybody should know that there's a certain careers you need that. Like, I want my doctor to have a degree.
Yeah.
That it is, it's not a good ROI. And then the last thing, talking about tech, Elon Musk, the CEO of Palantir, and plenty of others now are encouraging high school seniors to apply for a job, skip college, learn on us.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I think college is, and oh, by the way, let's just put a nail in the coffin. I think AI is going to cause 30% of colleges to shut down in a decade. I think college is a horrible ROI for most people.
It is for a lot, for sure. And, I think, a couple of things you said that are really, really important. You've got kids that are 18 that are signing up for a lifetime of debt. And sure, they're adults technically, but I remind my kids, much to their chagrin, they get very irritated with me, that listen, your brain physiologically, it is proven as a male, is not fully developed till you are 25 years old. And that's on a mature guy, right?
Yeah.
So
well, as a 19-year-old married guy, I will tell you that is very true. Yes.
Yeah.
I should not have done that.
Like,
yes.
It's like I tell my boys, like, I love you and I'm proud of your maturity and you're making good decisions. But the reality is, as old as you think we are and out of touch and you think Google knows better, there is wisdom that comes with age. And until you experience things, you don't understand the impact of what you can conceptually understand in your frontal cortex that's not yet fully developed. So someone can go, oh, my friend came out of school making $100,000 a year. It's fine. I'll go into $100,000 debt. I'll live with you for a year and pay it off. And it's like, it doesn't work that way, buddy. It just doesn't. And so they may hear a number that doesn't sound that hard to them, but they've got pie in the sky thinking that they're going to come out of school making so much money, when the reality is they might not be able to find a job for a year. They might not have parents they can live with. They might have to wait tables, and years of paying off debt is a lot harder than it sounds on paper. And so we do our kids a disservice to have them make a decision about what career path do I want to take when they've never experienced a day in the life of working in that career. They don't understand what they're going to have to sacrifice to get it once they're there, what kind of work it is and whether they even like it. And that's why I went back to this concept of ikigai, going, if you don't know what you're passionate about yet, like, if you're not ready to decide, I'm not going to push you and force you to go to college this year. Like, let's go, intern for someone in the trades or someone in that job, and intern more than just, a month of the summer or your summer. Maybe let kids delay their decision a while and go work and figure out, is this a field that I really am going to enjoy, before you go make the big investment and then never be able to get out of it. And two, the more government funds anything, to your point about why is it more expensive, because now the incentives on the school is, now the government's going to pay for more. So now we can raise our tuition more. The parents that can't afford it will pay it. Those that can't afford it will get scholarships or grants from the government. And therefore we can, charge a lot more. And the reality is, a lot of these colleges, even with that, spent so much more money, and they're no longer getting the private grants and philanthropic grants that are allowing them to just break even. And we are seeing across the country, I mean, it started about 10 years ago, but it's really uptick in the last couple of years. Lots and lots of colleges closing their doors, colleges that have been around hundreds of years. And it's mostly elite colleges that are super expensive because money's not flowing anymore. And
it's funny you bring that up.
These are ridiculous. They're liberal arts, right?
My daughter's college, which was over $200,000 for her degree, closed. It was one of the colleges that closed, and they've been around 117 years. Yeah, and they closed, and I was like, "Honey, what the heck happened?"
And merging and going partial online. There's a bunch of colleges in our area that are like, colleges in Pennsylvania merging with colleges in California and going 50% online and then trying to keep the tuition the same. Well,
Jeez.
kids are just going to go to a cheaper online school. And so,
JC, go to junior college.
Exactly. And I do think that schools are going to continue to consolidate as people realize the reality of the ROI isn't worth it. And I wish, I was just talking to a mom this weekend at a hockey game. That's what we moms do about college and college options. And, saying, gosh, it's just so ridiculous that you're going, let's say to get a degree in finance, and literally 2 years of your schooling, you have one finance class a semester, and it's all gen ed classes. It's like, I would love to see us go to a model, Michael, where we say, okay, if you graduated, you should know math and English well enough that unless your job requires it, or history or science or, whatever, like take a speech class, make yourself be able to speak, maybe have one writing class where you've got to be able to write. But if you can you imagine if you took out the gen ed and you allowed our kids to, in 2 years, get their bachelor's degree with 100% focus for 2 years on what it is they're going to do, you would cut college tuition in half, and kids would come out faster with less debt and just as much knowledge as they already do in that degree.
And be in the workforce 2 years earlier.
Yes. So from that perspective, that's why I said, yes, I agree. College is a scam to some extent. And people are going to prove me wrong that are educators. And I come from a family of educators. I'm on a school board, right? So I'm pro education, but I just think that the system as it exists today, it really does a disservice to our kids. And then that does a disservice to our world, because those people who could be producing, they could be contributing a lot more economically to the country, but they're strapped by all this debt that it's going to keep them basically living check to check to check for years and unable to really, invest in the growth of the country, which is what we want. And so we've got to figure out how to make a better system to invest in our kids that allows them to come out with less debt and really contribute to society in the way that they're going to be happy and they're going to love what they do. And it's going to be, equal opportunity for all.
Folks, in the comments below, do me a favor. Let me know, is college a scam or just a bad ROI? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what my audience thinks. Anna, where can people find you?
Great. You can find me here on social media, Anna Kelly, REI Mom, and for real estate wealth coaching and consulting. You can book an appointment with me on my website at annakellyinvesting.com.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.